and welcome back to a new video. Today I'm going to be using the NeoColor IIs and I'm going to be doing a little street scene, and I'm going to make it like a winter themed colour scheme. And I'm using this new sketchbook that I've just got, which is so cute. It's a watercolour sketchbook. I got it from Temu. It is another one of these fabric print covers that I got from Journal Say. So I got these two from Journal Say. This one was also available on Journal Say, but it was out of stock. So I got it, I think, on Temu, and I got this one on Temu. So yeah, really cute little books. I'm not sure if it's cotton watercolour paper. I don't think it is because it doesn't say it is. I'm just going to use this for NeoColor II, so it should be fine if it's not cotton watercolour paper. But look at this one. This is just absolutely gorgeous. I have already showed this on my colouring and art supply haul, which I put on my other channel, Rebecca's Art and Colouring Videos. But how beautiful is this? I just love it so much. It's so cute, and I love this one as well. Yeah, so I'm using this one today. So I've sketched out some little houses, and I'm going to start by just doing a background colour in NeoColor II. If you do want to paint along, I have traced this and I will upload it on my Patreon, so you can download that if you want to colour along. So I'm going to do the base in the NeoColors, and I'm probably going to use maybe Posca markers or other acrylic pens over the top to do the detail. It's a little bit detailed, this, for NeoColors actually, but I'm just going to do the best that I can. So I want a really nice grey sky, so grey and Payne's grey. So I want it quite dark near the roofs because I'm going to put snow on the roofs, so we want the snow to really stand out. And can I just thank everybody for the lovely well wishes. I'm getting loads of comments and messages and well wishes. Unfortunately, I still haven't been called in for the operation, but for about the last couple of weeks I felt a lot better. Yeah, so just been feeling quite good, which I'm really pleased about. I'm going to get some extra darkness with this darker grey down here. So even like after the pain, I still like felt rubbish, but then after a week or so pain free, I just started feeling a lot better generally. I felt like a lot more energetic, a lot more motivated. I was wanting to, I've been really wanting to do artwork and stuff, whereas before, even though at the times when I wasn't in pain, I think I was just so drained. My body just needed like time to recover. So hopefully, the thing is, it just comes and goes in cycles. So I'm not really sure how long it's going to last, but I'm just taking good of it while I can. I'm going to do a bit of extra darkness around the edge. And some of the lighter grey. I had said in a previous video that I'd raised a pal's request to see if I could get my priority upped for my operation, but it was a complete and utter waste of time. They didn't help me at all, so they were no use. They just got back to me and said basically the same as what I'd said to them. I told them, oh, you know, this is what I was told by the secretary when I rang up, that other people have been waiting long enough, blah, blah, blah. And they just come back to me with the same thing as what I'd already told them. It's just an absolute waste of time, and it's too frustrating to even talk about because I've just been so upset about it. I'm going to add a little bit of light grey as well. I think that I don't really want the sky to be that dark. I think I've made it far too dark. I'll just get some of that in. I was just getting carried away because I was talking instead of concentrating on what I was doing, and I've just made it all super dark. I'm going to use this little square end brush to activate it with some clear water. So for this one I've done peach blossom, salmon and white because I just want a light peachy colour, and then I'm going to go and just make all the houses kind of different colours. I'm actually going to split this one into two houses and have two narrow little houses because I want like quite a few different colours. These two houses are smaller, so yeah, I'm just going to change this into two smaller houses. I want kind of pastel-y colours, but I'm adding white as well. Instead of watering it down a lot like watercolour to get like a pastel effect, I want it to be quite thick like gouache, so I'm adding some white to lighten the colour rather than water the colour down to lighten it. Just carefully activating it, and it's creating quite a nice texture. It's a little bit streaky and that's giving a nice little bit of texture on the houses. And I'm not bothered about going over the windows. I just don't want the paint to cover the windows up so that I know where they are, because I'm probably going to put them in with Posca or some kind of acrylic marker. I'm going to put some colour in all of the windows and then make them all different. So some of them are dark with light switched off, and some of them like yellow orange, like there's a light in there. And I'm just doing this roughly because I'm hopefully going to cover a lot of this up with the window frames and that. This is literally just the background colour of the windows. I'm going to use a smaller brush for this, and I'm going to use this eradicator brush by Billy Shovel because it's like a really stiff on the end, so it'll activate that nicely. I'm going to do light grey all over the roofs, which are going to be snowy. I'll be going over the top with white just so that there's some grey bits kind of in the shadows. I'm also going to use raw umber and brown for the chimney tops. So I use raw umber on the main part and then brown on little bits at the top. Okay, so that's the base layer. Now I'm just going to add some texture over the top of the houses and the sky. Try and kind of alter the colour a little bit, such as lightening the sky. A bit lighter up towards the top. I'm going to use light grey. And then also a little bit of white. I'm going to get a little bit of sponge. I'm going to get some water on that. And I'm going to dab all over the sky. Because I want it to be snowy anyhow. So I'm just going to dab some texture with this sponge. Just to experiment. So hopefully it'll take away the streakiness. But lighten the sky at the same time. And add a little bit of extra on these houses, just dry.
Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh, dashing through the snow in a one-horse open sleigh. O'er the fields we go, laughing all the way, bells on bobtails ring.
I'm drawing in some windowsills and I'm using Posca pens for this. I've done some in brown, I'm going to do some in black. And I'm using a white Posca to create the window frames. Now I'm having to let it dry and then go over twice because Posca just isn't really very opaque. And then I'm putting some on the top to make it look like there's a ledge of snow over the top of the windowsills as well.
Spirits bright, what fun it is to ride and sing a sleighing song tonight. Oh, jingle bells,
So I kind of want to add a little bit more of a darker tone on the houses, and I want to get kind of like more definition like around the sides and stuff, and like underneath the roofs to create a shadow. But these are just too big and clunky. I realize that this is really far too detailed for NeoColor II because they're just crayons. I'm going to use this Caran palette that's got like a texture to make some paint, and I'm going to use a much smaller paintbrush. And then just create some darker colour.
Deck the halls with boughs of holly. La 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 la. 'Tis the season to be jolly. La 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 la. Don we now our gay apparel. La 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 la. Troll the ancient Yuletide carol. Fa la 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 la. See the blazing you'll be.
I mean, this is not how I want to use the NeoColors, because to turn it into paint and then paint it on. Okay, fair enough for a few little details, but I've got loads of paint and watercolour. So I do want the NeoColors to use kind of like a crayon, but I realise I've messed up with this one, so the picture is just too small to use as crayons. So I'm just learning from my mistakes. But I'm not worried about it being uneven. I like the kind of scruffy, painterly texture. It's just the tone that I'm trying to alter to make it a little bit darker. And quite often, like at the very bottom of houses, they're darker towards the ground.
La 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 la. Strike the harp and join the chorus. La 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 la. Follow me in merry measure. La 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 la. While I tell of Yuletide treasure. La 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 la. Fast away the old year passes. La 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 la. Hail the new year, lads and lasses. La 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 la. Sing we joyous all together.
I'm going to draw a few little Christmas trees at the front, and I'm going to use a really dark green Posca and a black Posca.
With boughs of olive, la 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 la. 'Tis the season to be jolly, la 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 la. Don we now our gay apparel, la 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 la.
I'm going to add a little bit of shadowing on the snow, on the roofs. And then I'm going to use the white to kind of blend that in a little bit. I'm going to slightly go over the edge as well, just to give it a little bit of softness across the top, so it's not like a harsh line of snow. I'm going to add some snow onto the pavement with the Posca. It's going to make it kind of streaky looking. I'm going to get just a brown pencil. This is actually a Inktense Baked Earth, and I'm just going to add a little bit of definition inside these yellow windows. Just kind of like to the top and the left, just like this. Now I'm adding some little railings, so I've just got some of the black NeoColor on the palette here, and I'm just carefully painting some black railings right across the front of the houses. Just to add a little bit of extra detail. We're also going to add some kind of trees in the background. Obviously there'll be leafless trees. Right, so that's kind of what I'm going to leave it at that, but now I'm just going to add loads of snow all over it just to finish it off. So I'm going to start off with the white NeoColor, and it'll be quite opaque, so I'm going to put it on here, a little bit of water, a dot and tail. I'm just going to add, first of all, just loads of little dots, and they will probably dry quite opaque, and then I will go over with a stronger white, but I do want some opaque snowdrops as well. Don't want them to be perfect circles, so I'm just going to dot like this. Okay, so I've got the weaker dots on. I'm going to put some stronger snowflakes on with the Posca white, and hopefully this will work nicely. It's actually good for getting super tiny dots actually. I actually really like these little dots, and I'm really not so keen on these ones in the background. I kind of wished I'd done them all like that. So next time I do a picture like this is what I'm going to do for snow, because that really looks quite nice. Okay, so I think I'm going to leave it at that. Right, I'm going to get the tape off the edge and hopefully it'll look quite nice. Okay, there we have it, a little wintry picture with NeoColor II and Posca pens. So I feel like I've still got a lot to learn with NeoColor II. Definitely want to get more practice in. I may have overdone the snow a little bit, but they're just so much fun. NeoColor II is so satisfying to use. It's just a shame that you can't get small detail with them. So there we go. I hope you've enjoyed the video, and thank you so much for watching, and thanks again for all the lovely well wishes. It really means a lot, and I hope everybody else is well too. I should have another video on before Christmas, but if not, I hope you all have a wonderful Christmas, and thank you so much for watching.